Hey, this is how I look like when I get up these days. Oh my god, my hair is all over the place. Look at this. I'm just having a bit of coffee. I gotta take a shower and get into my routine. But I thought I'd just oh my god. I think my hair is ever growing, but it's like, I don't know, maybe when I go to sleep, I have to probably wear something because I noticed that like all of this stuff, like I gotta make it all straight and stuff. Oh man, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna wash my hair today, so I only wash my hair twice a week. Sure. Because I want, I don't think it's good to wash the hair every day. Let the natural oils build up and stuff. Anyway, come back later. Finish my coffee, see some YouTube videos, and I got up late today again. 8:20, 8:30. It's very cold here. It's like winter, and oh my god, it's so cold. It's like, what is it? It's like, oh god, 10 degrees centigrade. Oh man, it's freezing. It's freezing. Okay, so took a shower, oiled myself up with sweet almond oil, bio oil on my arms, stretch marks. So yeah, my arms look thinner today. When I was putting oil on my arms, they felt very, they felt unusually soft and like, I don't know, they just felt strange. Yeah, anyway, I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to, I don't know, just like, makes me feel good. I guess I should. Sometimes when you're, when there's no one around to tell you positive things, you have to tell it yourself. You have to lift yourself up. So when I say, "Oh look at this and look at that," it's a way of I don't know. It makes me feel good. maybe it's bragging or whatever, but it's not really. I mean, I don't go around every day it's telling people whatever. I rarely get to. I don't talk to anyone about anything. So this video is an opportunity for me to share all my feelings and my transition and my anxieties and all that. So that's why I talk here. It's just not to brag or show off. It's just I don't get to talk to anyone. So when I make a video, it's an opportunity for me to say, hey, look at this. I feel excited about this. Or oh, look at this. I feel a bit concerned about this. I know that's why. It's it's one of the main reasons why I make these videos, because I find them to be slightly, very much therapeutic. Anyway, yeah. After I did my oiling, I've inserted a bit of exercises into my morning routine. So I would so I did some sit-ups and try to get my hips to some hip exercises. I'll add more and more exercises as I go on, but I'm just trying to insert maybe a 5 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes routine. Slowly build it up, I guess. Because I've noticed my right side of my hip, it's got a shape sort of forming. But on my left side of my left side is not as, it's like the right side is more curvier than the left side, and I'm like, why the hell is it like that? Is that normal? Like even my breasts, I think my right side is a bit bigger than my left side, or it's not even, and I think that's normal. But when I was looking at my hips, I was like, why isn't my left side not looking like my right side. So I guess I should do some hip exercises to get that thing sorted out. And well, I'm wearing this kind of like this thing, right? Like this thing over here. So and when I do my exercises, yes, you could, because this is a ladies thing. I was doing the exercise, and then I have this mirror, and I I was looking in the mirror, and I'm like, holy shit, you can see my penis genitalia. I mean, it's sort of there, and I'm like, God, that was like, I was looking at that, and it was making me feel like, God damn it, it's like my body is like, it looks feminine, and then I have this penis thing right there. It's like, oh God, this is like such a conflict of visual perception. It's like, anyway, so yeah, really, this is another reason why I really want to get that surgery, and so I don't have to deal with this conflict, and Now, another part of me says, okay, fine. This is what my body is at the moment. I do have male genitalia. Well, I'm completely impotent. I mean, permanently sterile. I think that if you're on hormones for a couple of months, you're permanently sterile. And apparently, your testicles will shrink to a third of their size or whatever. And I think that's true, because it's like, yeah, it is like the testicles are, yeah. Anyway, TMI. So, it's like, when I went to talk to the lawyer last week, I was asking him, what does gender confirmation surgery mean, and he sort of didn't know either. But I was talking to him, about orchiectomy, and because the statute says a surgery done to alter the gender, and like I guess a surgery is when they remove your testes, that is a surgery. So, and he said, yeah, I think that would qualify or whatever. Yeah, but that's just one step. The thing is, if I get an orchiectomy first, because for the the full surgery, they use a part of the that scrotal tissue or whatever to make the cosmetic vagina. And so, if I remove the testes, then that tissue might shrink. So, I mean, but the thing is, if you are on hormones for an extended period of time, your testes is going to go smaller, and that tissue will shrink anyway. So, if you start hormones, if you want to get the surgery, I think it's better for you to get the surgery relatively quickly, I'm thinking. But then again, some people are on hormones for years and years, and they get the surgery later. Anyway, the only thing stopping me from getting the surgery is I don't have any funds. And hopefully when I get a job, then if I can work for 3-4 months consistently, I can get a loan from the bank. And, I might be able to do something there. But, anyway, other changes are like, and I've seen this in a video where they said, my this TMI, my urine, sometimes, before, if you check your under, anyway, for me, there might be some urine, whatever there, and before I took the hormones, that there would be like a smell, I don't know, there would be like this really smell, like whatever urine smells, and there might be even some kind of, because I think there might be some discharge of semen or whatever, even if you don't masturbate or whatever. I don't know what the hell is going on, but there was definitely a smell. And nowadays, there is hardly any urine on my undies, on my panties, yes, and there's no smell at all. It's like they actually say that when you're on hormones, estrogen, your urine will smell differently, and that is kind of true, because these days I don't get rarely any urine, whatever, on my undies. It's not because I pee in my pants. It's sometimes anyway, when you pee, some urine might get on your undies or whatever. But there's hardly any smell, and I was just curious, and I was like trying to smell, and I was like, there's no smell here, and it's like there's like a complete change to your urine. It's like, what the fuck? And another thing is like TMI. I think like for almost 4 months now, like I haven't really masturbated at all, and there hasn't been, I don't think, any kind of, like how men, they get this kind of even if you don't masturbate for a while, it's automatically they get night dreams or something. I don't think that's ever happened to me, because so I haven't felt the need to masturbate, and along with that, I haven't even watched any porn. I have no desire to do any of that. And I saw a video by someone, and he just hit me, hey, oh my god, I haven't even watched any porn for like 4 months, and I'm like, and I was just curious, and I just watched a video the other day, and I was like, no, this is not doing anything for me. I am not getting aroused by this. It's like, what the fuck? So I have almost no sexual desire, and for me personally, I like it because it's so weird. I feel like it's sort of liberating, because I don't feel bothered, or I don't get affected. My mood. If I'm seeing the video, whatever, and no, any kind of video, and I don't get like really this turn on or whatever, and it doesn't affect me. And I feel like my day is not being affected by these, when I was like, before I was on the hormones, like, because apparently men are visually stimulated or whatever, it's like that the visual images would be distracting or whatever, and now it's like, no, I just don't get affected, and it's like a completely different kind of way of being. And and I'm also like, there are these very subtle psychological changes where now when I look at women, it's like I don't really, and when I look at men, it's like, yeah, I can look at a man's body and think, oh wow, that body looks good, and it's like this subtle change in your psychology, in your perception. It is so subtle, and it's hard to sort of say this is such a, it's not a very dramatic change. I can look at women and say, oh, she looks attractive, but there's nothing more than that. I can just say she looks good, but I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything there. I don't feel like I gotta do something. Well, I don't feel. I just don't feel aroused. I can just say she looks attractive, and I can genuinely, just say that. And then with guys, now I'm sort of noticing their bodies, and there's. And when it comes to sexuality, it's like sexuality is not located in my groin area. There's hardly anything happening there. Sexuality seems much more. It's like it's the way some people explain. It's like an all-body kind of experience, and that's how I feel. Like the sexuality is. It's not localized to any point. It's much more, I don't know, it's much more floaty, or it's like, and I was thinking about this, and I was thinking like, for men, they tend to focus so much on the goal of the orgasm, that's the goal, climax or whatever, and for women it's like, the climax is not really what it's about. It's more about, being here, and it's not about the climax. It's sort of different. I feel like there is a difference in male and female sexuality, and it's kind of amazing. Like I because it was, with the testosterone, I had that experience, and now I'm sort of having these different experiences, and it's like having both those experiences, and it just kind of shows you, like, to be able to experience male and female sexuality in one body is like, it's kind of a unique kind of thing, I believe. And now because my testosterone was is like low, almost non-existent, I feel much more calmer and relaxed. I don't get very anxious. I rarely get anxious or stressed, and if I get anxious, it doesn't stay for long, and my anger and my aggression levels is like, basically, I mean, if I get angry, I get angry, but it doesn't stay for long. It just comes and it goes. Whereas before, if I get angry or whatever, it would stay for a long time. And this is just making me think, like, the reason men are quite aggressive is because they have quite a lot of testosterone, and testosterone really, that chemical can affect your moods. It can affect your, it can create aggression. It can create a lot of physical activity. Men, I believe, I mean, women have testosterone also, that's why they are active, but if you have quite low levels of testosterone, it's like there's not much incentive to be, I must say, I don't feel like getting, I don't feel much, I don't know. There are periods, especially in the evening, where I feel like very low of energy and I don't feel very active. Yeah, I guess what I want to say is, like, I feel like the reason men are more active and more, aggressive is because of the hormones. I mean, there is the culture as well which conditions men to behave in a certain way. But I don't think we should underestimate the hormones, the testosterone, and the impact it has on male aggression, male, physicality. It does really seem to have quite an effect. Yeah, but women can be active too, because women do have testosterone in them. The testosterone is responsible for quite a lot of activity. Anyway, so yeah, I feel good. I feel more relaxed, so I'm happy. I don't have testosterone in me. I do want to get the orchiectomy because I believe I can get that done in Sydney, and I don't have to wait. For the, and it is still possible to get an SRS even after you get an orchiectomy. I think I heard that if you keep on massaging your scrotal area or whatever, certain time, once a week or whatever, it won't shrink or whatever, so there will be enough tissue or something. Yes, TMI. Anyway, I'm just going to do some makeup and I'll be back. Okay, so how long was it? 1 hour later? Whatnot? Yes, I finished my makeup thing. Still struggling with the concealer issue, but not too bad. Try to do it very subtle today, and not to keep it a little bit. Don't keep it understated as best as I can. Yes, okay. So this is my makeup thingy. So I'm just gonna chill out a bit and try and do some productive things today. Alright, later.